I'm Joe. Yesterday, we all learned that Obama's budget proposal for police body cameras is just bullshit pandering. That's right. The whole world saw that someone who is caught committing murder on video with sound can walk away free and clear if he's a cop. On Wednesday, December 3rd, 2014, the Staten Island Grand Jury chose not to indict NYPD officer Daniel Pantaleo for his part in strangling Eric Garner to death. I mean, did the grand jury even see the video?
Hold on. Don't touch me. Came over. Don't touch me. Damn, man.
Give your hands, buddy.
Where your hand, buddy? I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
How does this not qualify for, at minimum, involuntary manslaughter charges? The man said, "I can't breathe," 11 times. I can't breathe. A plea for mercy as he was dying. The city medical examiner ruled that Eric Garner's death was a homicide as a result of the chokehold. A homicide defined as the deliberate and unlawful killing of one person by another. Homicide. But that wasn't enough to bring charges to Officer Daniel Pantaleo, who attacked Eric Garner from behind. So, send it to the grand jury. Yep. Didn't we talk about this before? If the prosecutor wants an indictment and doesn't get one, something has gone horribly wrong. But what we do know is officer-related shootings are best served in the grand jury room, for they very, very seldom issue indictments. In Dallas, grand juries reviewed 81 officer-involved shootings between 2008 and 2012 and returned one indictment. Yeah, the short answer is the prosecutor didn't even try. Just like McCullough and Ferguson. I guess, though, we're going to have to cut Officer Pantaleo a little slack, as he did in fact remove a hardened criminal from the mean streets of New York who was accused of selling loosies. Fucking loosies. You know, one cigarette at a time. You can buy loosies all over the city. Cops buy loosies all the time because they can't be caught with cigarettes on them. Fucking loosies. Do you know what happens to a bodega that's caught selling loosies? A fine of up to $5,000. It's not even an arrestable offense. Oh, and here's the kicker. When Eric Garner's lifeless body was finally examined, he didn't even have cigarettes on him. Man, this makes me fucking sick. Eric Garner was killed over being accused of the most petty of petty crimes. No, wait. Mike Brown was stopped for jaywalking, and he was killed too. Well, yeah, I guess selling loose cigarettes on Staten Island is a much more serious crime. We can thank NYPD Commissioner William Bratton for pimping the policing model called Broken Windows, which emphasizes paying extra attention to petty crimes as a means of stymieing large-scale crime. In 1982, James Q. Wilson and Professor George Kelling wrote a piece for The Atlantic titled Broken Windows. Taking care of broken windows reduces crime. Taking care of crime reduces broken windows, said Professor George Kelling, who is now a consultant to NYPD. So the idea is to aggressively go after minor offenses like littering, loitering, riding a bike on the sidewalk, as a proactive step to bringing down the overall crime rate. Let's look at some statistics. 3 neighborhoods in Brooklyn between 2008 and 2011. We got Park Slope with an average of 8 biking on the sidewalk summons a year. Ocean Hill, Brownsville, about 1,000. Bedford-Stuyvesant, 2,000. Can you guess which is the most affluent neighborhood? Yep, Park Slope. Looks like the broken window policing might be selectively applied. But what about Canal Street? Every day, dozens of cops walk the street and stand on corners. surrounded by thousands of counterfeit designer purses, watches, bootleg movies, and more. The penalty for selling one counterfeit designer purse is significantly more than selling a loose cigarette. A whole street of wall-to-wall broken window petty crime. The broken window policy definitely selectively applied. Because Canal Street is a money-making tourist destination. If you're going to kill a man over loosies, we better see you bulldoze this street. Bullshit, systemic hypocrisy. So, does this broken window policing even work? The University of Chicago Law Review released a study in 2006, Broken Windows, new study from New York City in a 5-city social experiment. In short, it doesn't. Our bottom line is that there appears to be no good evidence that broken windows policing reduces crime, nor evidence that changing the desired intermediate output of broken windows policing. Disorder itself is sufficient to affect changes in criminal behavior. So, Eric Garner was a target under selectively applied policies that are proven not to work. More tragic fallout from the dysfunctional justice system. And Obama's bullshit $263 million spending package to increase use of body cameras for officers is just milquetoast pandering. If a cop kills a man over a petty crime in full view of a citizen recording it and no charges are filed, body cameras are pointless. Had enough? I got one more for you. And if that wasn't enough to turn your stomach in knots, this will. About 7 minutes after killing Eric Garner, NYPD officer Daniel Pantaleo smiles and waves to the camera. Who the fuck is this monster? And how can any cop show support for him? NYPD in the city of New York, your hypocrisy is the epitome of next level bullshit. Staten Island prosecutor and grand jury, you just did the job mandated for you to do. You should be beyond next level bullshit. But it's just more of the same extreme bullshit. Officer Daniel Pantaleo and every other police officer on the scene, you shame every law enforcement officer in this country. And there it is. Sad, angry, frustrating, episode 26. I want to thank all our viewers and commenters. Our last video sparked some nice comments. Brian Ward said, I simply do not understand how this channel doesn't have 1 million plus subscribers. Me too, man. We talk about it every day. Robert Rocky said, the story of Pastor Darius was a breath of fresh air. Maybe think about doing it as a regular thing, adding a bit of people fighting against the bullshit. That's a good idea. We're going to try to do that as often as we can. Tell us what you think about this grand jury decision in the comments section below. We still get some complaints over how much I swear. So that little number in the corner is how much money goes into the swear jar each episode. Each time it reaches $100, I'm going to donate it to charity. This first time, since my granddad died of Alzheimer's, it's going to the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. I can't help it. I really care about this shit. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, just next slide. Send a tweet with hashtag NLBS with news or events that are next level bullshit. You can always email me at any time at joe@nextlevelbullshit.com. And don't forget to go to thenlbs.spreadshirt.com to get shirts and other next level bullshit swag. We'll see you next week with more next level bullshit. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and watch all our shows on nextlevelbullshit.com. Until then, I'd like to leave you with Eric Garner's last words, which are a haunting plea of our time. Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today. I'm minding my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please leave me alone. I told you the last time. Please leave me alone. Please. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.